Hey, welcome. I am your hostess, Alissa Bakar, the consultress, here with Patty Aubery talking about the power of masterminding. How are you, Patty?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here. And I love
Pleasure.
I love this Business Babes mastermind that you're doing. Tell me about it.
So it was born of something that I had done personally for myself in business over the last decade plus. My accountability partner and mastermind partner in crime, we got together and said, hey, this is really working well for us. How can we expose other people to this concept and help other people get the kind of value distilled in such a short amount of time and be super connected to the people in their network using this kind of framework? So essentially, it's been the number one business tool that I've used for myself over the last 10 years in business. And now it's something that we're crafting to be an experiential room for people to come in and get a taste of that and leverage that value for themselves.
So who is your ideal avatar? Like what type of clients are typically attracted to this, or people that you want to come that you know will get value from it?
Well, so eventually we would love for it to be, super duper high level, all the people that we already joint venture with. So that's where the mastermind is going. And right now, who we're looking to attract to that space is babes in business, women who have a career and have a family and are, founders and doing something that they're really passionate about in this world. But, a lot of that comes in the direction of feeling very isolated. A lot of times when we're in motion that way, we feel like I have all these resources, but like I'm, the chief, the cook, the bottle washer. So we're creating a community around people who are out there doing the thing and providing value to the world, but maybe need a little bit more support, resources, structure, and community around them so that they can be even more confident and so that they can bring, their value into the world in a more feedback is the breakfast of champions, getting that feedback from peers, working it out, and kind of iterating together. So I look at this as a way to help moms that are in business babes, people who are in business and have been at it for a while, but want to really sharpen their saw and get a lot of value for a really short amount of time investment per week.
Well, one of the things that I love about working with you is you're so like laser. And so if there's a problem, you're like, okay, bam. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is me. And I do this for a living. I've been doing this for 35 years and I'm always blown away at what you do. So I hope that anybody that's interested in looking at instead of looking at their problems, look at those obstacles as opportunities in disguise. And one of the things I love about what you do, and I've had you in masterminds before, I've been with you in masterminds, is that typically if I have an issue, I might be focused on that, but somebody else brings something up and you're laser coaching them. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, that's me. And I think it's because my brain is not defensive. It's not saying, yeah, but I can't, you don't know. And so it's like this subconscious level that it gets through. And I know for myself, I've had my biggest aha moments, my biggest ideas, my biggest money makers when someone else has been on the hot seat. And so
Mhm.
I think the power of a mastermind is so important. And I think what you're doing is so important because one-on-one is great, but that group of 4, 6, 8 people that can collectively be focused on that one person is so powerful.
Yeah,
So
and not only is it somebody getting information from one person, it's the power and the dynamic of perspective. So 1 plus 1 equals much more than that because you have the room, the access, the agility to be able to use other people's perspectives, other people's know-how, resources, suggestions to be able to incorporate that and take it home. So what we talk about in this mastermind is really about the 3 A's of business: access to other people and their experiences and their networks, right? Networking is a contact sport, but masterminding is a team initiative. So getting access to all of those people focused on each other in a rotating fashion so that we have equanimity, but we also have the ability to give and receive in that forum. So it creates a safe space, but also a very powerful one. So that's access. Agility is, when you make mistakes, you learn and you iterate faster. Well, what if you could magnify that times the amount of people in the room and learn from other people's mistakes and not have to take as much time or waste as much money or screw it up and have to start over? What if you can leverage other people's mistakes and become more agile? And that's also the benefit, because you're going to hear stories, perspectives, and inspired feedback based on what is up for you in that meeting. And each person gets a turn in the round. And the last one is acceleration, because when you put access and agility together, it's unbelievable what can happen. You know, if you want to go far, the proverb says, go together, right? If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. A mastermind allows you to go together and also go faster. So that's what I really love about that dynamic learning environment, is because you can be student and teacher and master and participant and giver and receiver all in this same space and leave better than you came every single time.
I love that. My co-author with Chicken Soup, Mark Hansen, used to say 1 + 1 = 11, kid. And he
I
would
love
say,
that.
you got to believe it to see it. And I think lots of times we're venturing into new areas. I know that you do a lot in real estate and different things where there's not a lot of support. And to have that cohesiveness and people that you can lean on, you know, we all wake up on days of like, am I really good enough? Can I really do it all? Can I raise kids and have a business? Am I, you know, imposter syndrome creeps in. And I think by staying in motion, motion always equals money, and that mastermind brings in that motion as well. So
Mhm.
I'm just really excited, and I can't wait to see the women that show up for you, because you're I think one of the best coaches I've ever met.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're
And
welcome.
that is as a result of all of the people from my journey. This is not something that I'm going to do as I say, not as I do. The people who have been in my rooms, the people who have been in contact with, are what make my perspective what it is. And together we're better. So I appreciate that, and looking forward to seeing you. If you're interested in joining the Business Babes, we are having a free trial month. You can come in every single Tuesday and come in and get some value, see what it's all about, get an experience, try before you buy, so that you can understand if this feels good, if this feels like something that you need to accelerate your business moving forward into this next year.
That's awesome. And it starts today, right? This Tuesday, today.
That
And
it does.
what time today?
We're starting at 4 p.m. Eastern time.
All right. So for anybody out there that's watching, how are they going to know how to get there?
You can reply at the bottom of this email. You can send me an email, Alissa@theconsultress.com. Any of my social channels, send me a DM and I'll get you hooked in with all the logins.
That's cool. Well, I'm going to say be there, be square, because she's the best. She is the consultress.
See you soon.